I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you the weakest to the strongest person upon the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you my family, friends, or my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't even matter whether you like my YouTube videos, what I speak about, whether you give me thumbs up or thumbs down. As I said before, I give a thumbs up to my granddaughter in the Windy City, Naya. Janaya. She said, Grandpa, when they give us a thumb down that motivate us to keep on pushing. But tonight happened to be Wednesday, February the 19th, 2020. In the time, it's about 10:28 p.m. Tonight, what I want to talk about again, since this is what they call Black History Month, but me and my two daughters in my household, we see Black History being 365 days a year, 366 every leap year. This happened to so be this year in 2020, February is a leap year, 29 days instead of 28. My oldest niece was born in 1968, February the 29th. But anyway, what I want to speak about is the fact that I have white supremacists that feel that I can't protest against wrong. If a white person do something wrong, and if the shoe fit, wear, because it's not all white people here in Charleston, Missouri, or Mississippi County, but it is some. Law enforcement officials, as well as some store owners. But I have a right to speak up against anything that I think is wrong. And when I spoke up against what a white female, Teresa Danielle Carr, done to my daughters in the Family Dollar store here at 601 South Main Street in Charleston, Missouri. I believe the store number, look on this one thing, I believe it's 9411 or it's 1194. Let's see. 9411, store number 9411. When I said something about her falsely accusing, saying that my young 13-year-old daughter was a person that came in the store regularly. This is what the police report said. She said they come in regularly stealing. And I protested against it. And I had a police to write a incident report. And he wrote it to benefit this female. But people telling me you talk about everything, but I want you to hear what my brother, man, and friend, may he rest in peace, on his last speech, Martin Luther King Jr., may he rest in peace. Listen to what he said about freedom of speech, because somewhere I read the same thing he read. Now just listen to it.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper. If I lived in China or even Russia or any totalitarian country, maybe I could understand some of these illegal injunctions. Maybe I could understand the denial of certain basic First Amendment privileges because they haven't committed themselves to that over there. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right. So just as I say We aren't going to let any dogs or water hoses turn us around. We aren't going to let any injunction turn us around. Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Now you hear what he said. He letting people know the fact
for the perfect family
that he's not
find it with Verbo. They search millions of chalets to find your
he's not worried about anything. You see what I'm saying? He don't fear man because he know what he's speaking about. The law said we have this right. But some people feel that we don't have this right. Some people think it's still back in 1863 when Abraham Lincoln allegedly declared all slaves to be free. But we know it's still going on today. But I'm letting the people know that indirectly threaten me, or when you send people around here, especially some of these blacks that's afraid to speak up. You know, some whites and some blacks say, well, he a radical or he's a racist. I'm not a racist. I'm speaking up against racism. But let me show you what another one of my brother mans and friends, and may he rest in peace, Malcolm X said. You see, about the blacks. You see what I'm saying? That tried to take up for the white racism. Let me show you what he said. Some of us today call them sellouts. Let me show you what Malcolm called them. You see, Malcolm wasn't scared to speak up against white racism and sellout blacks. Let's see what Malcolm said about them. And the reason why I'm showing y'all these here is because of the fact black and whites a study trying to attack me and my daughters because I chose to stand up against racism and wrong. I chose to expose white supremacists here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, and sell out blacks. Listen to what Malcolm says.
I have to say this, and I'll sit down. Back during slavery, when black people like me talked to the slaves, they didn't kill him. They sent some old house Negro along behind him to undo what he said. You have to read the history of slavery to understand this. There were two kinds of Negroes. There was that old house Negro and the field Negro. And the house Negro always looked out for his master. When the field Negroes got too much out of line, he held them back in check. He put them back on the plantation. The house Negro could afford to do that because he lived better than the field Negro. He ate better, he dressed better, and he lived in a better house. He lived right up next to his master in the attic or the basement. He ate the same food his master ate and wore his same clothes. And he could talk just like his master. Good diction. And he loved his master more than his master loved himself. That's why he didn't want his master hurt. If the master got sick, he said, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?" He was as sick as the master. When the master's house caught a fire, he tried to put the fire out. He didn't want his master's house burned. He never wanted his master's property threatened. And he was more defensive of it than the master was. That was the house Negro. But then you had some field Negroes who lived in huts, had nothing to lose. They wore the worst kind of clothes. They ate the worst food. And they caught hell. They felt the sting of the lash. They hated their master. Oh, yes, they did. If the master got sick, they prayed that the master died. If the master's house caught a fire, they prayed for a strong wind to come along. This was the difference between the two. And today you still have house Negroes and field Negroes.
Now, did you hear what my brother, man, and friend Malcolm said? May he rest in peace. And this is before Malcolm got killed. Malcolm got killed in 1965. Killed by black individuals. When you seen him with that AK-47 in the window with his curtain open, it wasn't from white folks. It was for blacks. And see, that's what go on with me. Blacks come by my house 10, 11 o'clock at night harassing me and my family, and I call the police, and the police join together with them. Not all police, but look at my YouTube videos and see. Two of the same ones that responded to the Family Dollar February 13th, 2020, when I called them to make a complaint about what a white female did to my children. You see, the white police said that the black sergeant took my children's statement. If the black sergeant took my children's statements and the white police took the white female statement that we called the police on, the black sergeant should have wrote his report. Where's his report? You know why he can't write a report? Because he didn't get a statement from my daughters. And the white police tried to make the store employee for the Family Dollar here in Charleston, Missouri, look like she was doing her job. She wasn't doing her job. If she said a female accused my 13-year-old daughter coming in and out of that store a lot with her mother stealing, then if she coming here, going there a lot, you should be able to identify her instead of say, you are the one. Then you should have a police report showing the mother and the daughter. They should be going to court if they come in there a lot stealing. You know why you lying? Because you want to try to make my daughters look bad because their daddy is speaking up against these house Negroes and these white supremacists. But you will never stop me. I'm like Martin Luther King. I would like to live a long life, but longevity has its place. If taking my life, speaking up against this racism that's been going on in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, decades before I came here, going on 24 years ago. Just because these blacks move in an all-white neighborhood, these leaders, NAACP leaders, move in an all-white neighborhood and scared of y'all, I don't care if I was living next door to Donald Trump. I ain't afraid of Donald Trump. I ain't afraid of any Ku Klux Klan. I ain't afraid of no human being on the face of this earth. Family Dollar, do your investigation. I'm going to wait until it's over with. United States Justice Department, Trump, send them down here to investigate some of these Charleston, Missouri police, law enforcement officials, especially the chief of police, Robert Hearns. Check out all of them, but it's a couple of them, and I give it to James Williams and James McDermott. I give it to them. James West McDermott, I give it to them when I make a report. They fill it out right. They don't do it like Austin Henson did. Peace be still.